If you're looking to support your loved one with a developmental disability or autism to gain paid employment, this video is for you. So we're going to be talking about the right supports for your loved one that can help them to gain meaningful employment. And there's a whole bunch of different types of supports out there. And the main ones that I want to cover today, there's two different types. So there's job readiness training, sometimes known as pre-vocational training, and I'll refer to it as pre-vocational training moving forward. And then there's learning in place, right? So it's where the person gets the job and they're then learning in place. So the question that we need to decide here is like, what is the right type of training? What's the right type of supports, employment supports for our loved one? Does job readiness, right, or that pre-vocational training help people with developmental disabilities have better outcomes? Because at first glance, we think of, our loved one maybe getting some pre-job training as a good thing. But I want to dig deeper into this with you, and I recently came across, actually it was referred to me by Milton Tyree, who I'll reference later in the video, who's an employment specialist for people with developmental disabilities. So the article is titled Prevocational Services in Supported Employment Wages Study. It was completed by Nazaroff, Golden, and Von Schreider. So I want to talk about the results of this study because I think it's important for you and your loved one as you're supporting them, trying to find the right supports for employment. The results of this study showed that after controlling for individual job characteristics, the receipt of pre-vocational services and hourly wages of consumers were negatively correlated, right? So this means that the people that went and got that pre-vocational or pre-job training before getting the job had a lower wage than people that got the job and were trained on the job, right? So this is an important piece of information for us in terms of the outcomes of the type of supports that your loved one gets. So this study, it suggests that those that received the pre-vocational services prior to job placements, right, have lower wages than their counterparts that learned on the job. And it's interesting because we might have assumed the opposite. But why is this? So employers look at pre-vocational training negatively versus learning on the job. Well, why is that? Because it's not an ordinary thing, right? People learn the job on the job, right? By someone who already knows the job and works at that organization. That's typical and ordinary. And that's what this study found, right? Following a more typical and ordinary job path resulted in better employment outcomes for people with disabilities, including higher wages. So you can apply this learning when supporting your loved one with a disability to get paid employment for better outcomes. Look for employment supports that follow the learn in place model versus the train then place model. And your loved one's gonna have a better opportunity to have positive employment outcomes. So if you're looking for more insights on paid employment and your loved one contributing in their community, I invite you to download my Life Planning 101 guide by clicking the link below in the notes. And also I've got another video over here for you from Milton Tyree on what good employment support look like. We go much deeper in this video, so if that's of interest to you, click on that video with Milton and myself, and it's gonna be super helpful for you. Also, if you found this information on paid employment helpful, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. I'm Eric Goll. Together, let's take a small step forward.